She-Hulk, Episode 3, The Attorney at Law, has finally been doing some attorneying, lawyering. It's a law show, everybody. It's a courtroom comedy. We're finally doing it. I liked the first 2 episodes. There are things I didn't like about them. We have officially reached the point where the series is what it needed to be. We finally got to it. This is what I'm sure the entire production behind the scenes was waiting for you to see. The courtroom comedy, the 22-minute segments of these cool characters, an A plot and a B plot converging. And I'm not kidding. I am not kidding. When I say this, there is one moment in this episode that had me completely rolling like, oh my god, they're actually doing it. It is the moment before we go to a different scene where we play one sting of music, we cut to an exterior shot of the B-roll building, and then we just roll into a new character in the same area. Holy shit, was that just television forever. I love a good exterior shot with we film with a drone just panning by a big building. I love it. We're doing it. It's finally a lawyer show. Oh, is it good. This episode was freaking perfect. I think this is one of the best things Marvel has produced in a long time. It has trumped everything, and it does so by talking shit about the people who don't get it. So She-Hulk is now pretty much like a public figure, and because she's a public figure, guess what? There's a certain type of audience of male people, men, who don't like that. And there's an actual scene in here where they say, "This is dumb. I'm Team He-Hulk. Why has everything got to be a girl? We ruined it by making it a girl." There's one comment of these angry men that's like, first it was the hashtag Me Too movement, and now our superheroes are women. And I'm like, whoa, okay. Firing on all cylinders. I love that. Because fuck those men. This is She-Hulk. It's awesome. It is sick. It is cool. They nailed it. I love it. And every time she tries to enter the prison, she is swarmed by a bunch of news hounds. No one knows how to do it. And the kind of the side theme of this episode is you should get in front of your own story and talk about it. She tries that and things don't really go her way. But this episode is about Jennifer trying to help Emil Blonsky. I talked a little bit about how Tim Roth just feels like he's not doing any work here. I still feel that half this episode is just him standing around with his hands in his pockets or sitting on a chair with his fingers clapped together. And I'm like, that's fun. The joke that he's got 7 girls that are in love with him and they're his cult. I'm like, that's funny. It's not great, but it is funny. I did laugh seeing that. It's cute. He does Abomination out for a minute. It looks okay, better than She-Hulk, and maybe it's because it can look less human. This does do a couple things where I'm like, oh, that's kind of an interesting thing. So we need to get Wong in as a witness to be like, I took him out of here against his will when he could be free. He chose to come back, and Wong did it because he needed to practice being a better sorcerer, and you did that by going into a cage match? Does that track? Not really how it felt in the Shang-Chi show, but whatever, I guess I can buy that being what happened. Kind of forced, but I don't care. There was one moment that had me rolling on the floor that if there's one thing I really wish this episode did was show us what this was. When Jennifer's trying to get Nikki to get a hold of Wong, she's like, I already put out the things. I sent him a first trap. I sent him a thirst trap. It's me with a bunch of books. And I'm like, you can't say that and then not show us the thirst trap is what I'm saying. You gotta show us that thirst trap. I need to see Nikki with some books. She is my favorite character because this I think more than any other show they've done has really made all of these side characters different and unique. Nikki's a supportive friend. She doesn't have anything bad to say about anybody, even though she should. And we got Pugliosi. Pug is here. Wow. I was not expecting him to get his own B story. It's so weird. He got one, but I really dug it. Segura's doing so good with that, and he's intense, and he just looks like he's smart but uncomfortable at every single moment, and I love seeing that for him. So his storyline is this guy named Dennis who worked at the DA office with Nikki and Jen. He was dating an Asgardian shape-shifting elf who pretended that she was Megan Thee Stallion. If you can't tell, Megan Thee Stallion is said at least 20 different times in this episode. and they go to court from it, and they have to prove that this guy is stupid enough to think he's actually dating Megan Thee Stallion. Jen testifies, it works. It's great. I love that. Let's just talk about it right now. Megan Thee Stallion's in this episode. She does have a cameo in like the court where she's like, "There's only one me, bitch," and I'm like, "You win. I love you." I love Megan Thee Stallion. I think she's great. She's so fun. Her energy is really cool. I dig her. She's kind of interesting. And then the post-credit scene. Oh my god. I love the post-credit scene for this thing. It is exactly what I want the show to be. It's just Megan Thee Stallion and She-Hulk twerking in her office. They're just shaking that moneymaker, baby. Oh, it's hilarious. And then I guess Jennifer is now her lawyer. And I'm like, yes, please. Yes, that is what you do. I love that. It was so fun and so cute. Just hilarious. And it's the thing everyone's going to remember about this. Like, this episode hates men. Yes, it does. The men are pigs except for Pug. He's a pug, not a pig. Do you get it? I love that. And then, yeah, so Jennifer gets Blonsky out pretty much. It looks like if he wears an inhibitor collar, he gets his plot of land to build like his yoga retreat. He's going to be a better man for it. That's kind of cool. Like that's a story I guess I can get behind. It's kind of interesting. I like it enough. I did like the side plot a little bit more. I love how Jen's just like when they're at the bar. Again, I love how we're doing the scenes. We got Jen's office. We got the exterior of the office in like the G, L, K, and H place. And we have the bar that all of our characters go to. Pug is now officially indoctrinated into our trio, which I love to see. We have the prison. We have those sets, and I guess the apartment is going to be a set too. Like that's it. That is a sitcom, baby. I love it. We got the courtroom. We have the courtroom. Those are all our sets, and we're using them, and that's awesome. You don't have to do more sets. Just use those, and it works perfectly. And maybe we have like one back alley. That's really cool. It's like, if this was the show from the beginning, I get we have to get through those kind of like crummy first 2 episodes to stick this landing, but oh, is it strong. The jokes are firing on all cylinders. The story is completely funny. We get the Wrecking Crew in this episode, and it's kind of dumb, but I like it. Like, I am unabashedly a fan of the Wrecking Crew. One of the first comic books I read ongoing had the Wrecking Crew in it. And I was like, look at these bulky dimwits who use like a crowbar and a helmet and shit. And I'm like, this is cool. They have enchanted Asgardian construction tools. They try to attack She-Hulk. They try to put something into her arm to get her blood, which makes me think there's somebody behind the scenes trying to get She-Hulk's blood to make some Hulks, which makes me think maybe that construction crew, because they're not dead, are going to get roided up and become like the big boy Wrecking Crew in another project. But we got the Wrecking Crew and Megan Thee Stallion in this episode. How could you hate this? You know, we had a shape-shifting elf that's going to jail. We had a stupid guy who's just like, I'm so stupid I thought I was dating the coolest chick in the world. I'm like, this is funny. This is what the show should be. I hope this is it going forward, because this episode was very impressive and creative. And Tatiana was doing a lot of the heavy lifting here. I do like that. Wong's stuff I think was unnecessary, but it does lead to the joke like, I hope you don't think this is a show about cameos. That's what it is, babe. We know what this is, and it works. I think any problems I've had with the show have been rectified by this episode. It has proven to me we know what we're doing in terms of the jokes. We got through the slog. We can focus on the good shit now. There you go, folks. We're doing something fun with She-Hulk. This was the really good episode, and I really am excited to see where this show is going to go next. Stay here, please. I'd like to see the weird yoga retreat that Blonsky's going to build, which I think we're going to see, because he's not done, apparently. But, man, it really proves me wrong. I thought we were going to get some stale shit. They made it work. They have just one shot where we cut to the exterior of a building, and it's like, that is how you change scenes in a procedural. You have made my day. I'm glad I watched this, and I cannot believe we live in a world where we have Megan Thee Stallion and a CGI'd She-Hulk twerking in an office. We won, society. You know, if the nukes drop right now, we might have actually won. So that's going to do it for this review of She-Hulk Attorney at Law. Thank you guys for watching this video. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter And as always, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.